Have you ever stared out at the vast, endless ocean and wondered what secrets lie hidden in its dark, crushing depths? For centuries, humanity has told stories about the sea, weaving tales of terrifying monsters, enchanting cities, and mysterious phenomena. Today, we're diving deep, plunging past the sunlit zone into the abyss, to expose the myths and legends of the ocean and uncover the mind-blowing truths behind them. Let's start with a classic, the Kraken. This legendary sea monster, said to be capable of pulling entire ships down to a watery grave, has haunted sailors' nightmares for generations. Depicted as a colossal squid with tentacles stretching for miles, the Kraken was the ultimate symbol of the ocean's terrifying power. But what if I told you the Kraken isn't entirely a myth? Meet the giant squid and the colossal squid. These are real, living creatures of the deep. While they might not be large enough to sink a modern-day battleship, specimens have been found with tentacles over 30 feet long and eyes the size of dinner plates. Imagine being an early sailor in a small wooden boat and seeing one of these giants surface. It's easy to see how the legend of the Kraken was born from very real and very frightening encounters. Next up, the sirens and mermaids. These half-human, half-fish beings have captivated our imaginations for thousands of years. Sirens were said to lure sailors to their doom with their irresistible songs, while mermaids were often depicted as beautiful, sometimes benevolent, beings of the sea. But could there be any truth to these tales? Many historians believe that sightings of mermaids were likely misidentified manatees or dugongs. From a distance, especially for tired and lonely sailors, the way these marine mammals surface for air and cradle their young could resemble a human-like figure in the water. Christopher Columbus himself even wrote in his journal about seeing mermaids on his voyage, but noted they were not as beautiful as they were painted. He was almost certainly looking at manatees. Now, let's journey from mythical creatures to a mythical place, the lost city of Atlantis. First described by the Greek philosopher Plato, Atlantis was an advanced, powerful island nation that in a single day and night of misfortune sank into the sea and vanished forever. For centuries, explorers and dreamers have searched for this sunken city. Was it real? While the grand, technologically advanced city Plato described has never been found, there are some fascinating real-world parallels. The Minoan civilization on the island of Thera, now known as Santorini, is a thriving and advanced culture that was catastrophically destroyed by a volcanic eruption around 1600 BC. A huge portion of the island collapsed into the sea, sending massive tsunamis across the Mediterranean. The sudden, violent disappearance of such a powerful society could very well have been the historical seed that grew into the legend of Atlantis. The ocean's depths don't just inspire myths about creatures and cities, they also create mysterious phenomena that can seem supernatural. One of the most famous is the Bermuda Triangle, a notorious patch of the Atlantic Ocean where ships and planes have supposedly vanished without a trace. The stories are filled with tales of compasses spinning wildly and technology failing before an eerie disappearance. Is this area a portal to another dimension, or home to some unknown energy field? The scientific explanation is far less spooky, but equally interesting. The Bermuda Triangle is one of the most heavily trafficked areas of the ocean, and it's also prone to extreme and unpredictable weather, including powerful hurricanes and rogue waves that can appear out of nowhere. Furthermore, the sea floor in this region is incredibly deep, making it extremely difficult to find any wreckage. Many of the mysterious disappearances have since been explained by mechanical failure or severe weather. So, while it makes for a great story, the Bermuda Triangle is more a product of hype and coincidence than paranormal activity. Another eerie ocean phenomenon is the Milky Sea. Imagine sailing at night, and suddenly, the water around you begins to glow with a milky white light, stretching as far as the eye can see. This isn't science fiction. It's a real documented event that has puzzled scientists for years. For a long time, no one knew what caused it. But thanks to modern satellite technology, we've finally cracked the code. These milky seas are caused by massive blooms of bioluminescent bacteria. We're talking trillions upon trillions of tiny, light-producing organisms all glowing at once, creating an otherworldly, ethereal effect that lights up the ocean for hundreds of square miles. It's a stunning reminder that the real world can often be more magical than any myth. And what about sea serpents? Almost every maritime culture has its own version of a long snake-like monster slithering through the waves. From the Jarmangander of Norse mythology, a serpent so large it encircled the world, to countless modern-day sightings of creatures like Nessie and Loch Ness. While a world-circling snake is a bit of a stretch, there are real animals that could easily be mistaken for sea serpents. The oarfish, for example, is a long silver ribbon-like fish that can grow up to 36 feet long. They are rarely seen because they live in the deep ocean, but when they do surface, often because they are sick or dying. Their strange appearance can be quite a shock. A large eel, a line of dolphins swimming in formation, or even a giant strand of seaweed could all contribute to the enduring legend of the sea serpent. From the Kraken to Atlantis, from sirens to milky seas, the ocean has always been a source of wonder, fear, and mystery. The stories we tell about the deep are a reflection of our own curiosity in our attempt to understand a world that is largely inaccessible to us. We've explored more of the surface of the moon than we have of our own ocean floor. What we've discovered is that while the specific monsters and magic cities of legend may not be real, the truth is often just as strange and fantastic. The deep sea is home to real-life giants, glowing bacteria that turn the ocean to milk, and geological forces powerful enough to wipe a civilization off the map. The myths are the stories we created to explain the unexplained. But as science pulls back the curtain of the deep, we're finding a reality that is more awe-inspiring than we ever could have imagined. What other secrets are still waiting for us down there, in the dark, silent world beneath the waves? Thanks so much for joining our deep dive today. If you enjoyed exploring these ocean mysteries, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more adventures into the unknown. Let us know in the comments which ocean myth fascinates you the most. See you next time.